Prepare to have your reality gently cracked open. We encounter the world every single day, trusting our senses and our basic understanding of how things work. But what if I told you that the fabric of reality is far stranger, more bizarre, and more wonderful than you ever imagined? What if the truths hidden in plain sight, backed by rigorous science, could make you question the very ground beneath your feet and the air in your lungs? Today, we are diving headfirst into a realm where the line between science fiction and scientific fact doesn't just blur, it vanishes completely. We've gathered 10 astonishing facts that sound like they were pulled from the pages of a fantasy novel, yet they are demonstrably, undeniably 100% true. From the ghostly connections between particles to the shocking truth about your own body's atomic makeup, this journey is designed to spark your curiosity and leave you with a sense of awe about our incredible universe. Stay with us, because by the end of this video, you will see everything in a new electrifying light. Fact 1. Let's start with a fact that seems to break the #1 rule of the universe. Nothing can travel faster than light. It's the cosmic speed limit, a fundamental pillar of physics. But here's the twist that baffles physicists to this day: quantum entanglement. Imagine you have a pair of magical gloves, knitted together from the same cosmic thread. You take one glove and I take the other. Without looking, you travel to the farthest star in the galaxy. The moment you look at your glove and see it's for the left hand, you instantly, and I mean instantly, know that mine, billions of light years away, is for the right. This isn't just a guess, it's a fundamental property. In quantum mechanics, two particles can become entangled, their fates linked. Change the property of one, like its spin, and its partner, no matter the distance, changes in perfect, simultaneous correlation. It's as if information has traveled faster than light, a phenomenon Einstein himself called spooky action at a distance. Fact 2. You feel solid, right? The chair you're sitting on feels solid. This table, this phone, all solid objects. But here's a truth so fundamental and yet so bizarre it can bend your mind. You and everything you see are almost entirely made of empty space. Think of an atom, the building block of all matter. If you could magnify one to the size of a cathedral, the nucleus at the center would be no bigger than a grain of sand. The electrons whizzing around it would be tiny specks of dust miles away. Everything in between? A vast, echoing emptiness. The solidity you feel is an illusion created by electromagnetic forces. When you touch an object, you're not actually making contact with its atoms. The negatively charged electrons in your hand are repelling the negatively charged electrons in the object, creating a powerful force field. You are quite literally hovering an infinitesimally small distance above everything you think you're touching. Look up at the sky. It seems clear, right? But our planet is constantly traveling through a cloud of cosmic debris. Every single day, without you ever noticing, anywhere from 60 to 100 tons of space dust and micrometeorites gently rain down on the Earth's atmosphere. That's the equivalent weight of a blue whale falling from the sky day after day, year after year. Most of these particles are tiny, microscopic grains from comets and asteroids that burn up high in the atmosphere, creating a fine, invisible mist of cosmic material that slowly settles across the entire globe. You are breathing in stardust and ancient solar system material with every breath. Some of the iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, originally came from such cosmic deliveries billions of years ago. In the Wasatch Mountains of Utah, there lives a single organism that is the heaviest and one of the oldest living things on Earth. It's known as Pondo, Latin for I spread, and it's a colossal grove of quaking aspen trees. But here's the twist. Every one of the estimated 47,000 trees in this 106-acre grove is a genetically identical clone, connected by a single massive root system. What looks like a forest is in fact one male aspen that has been cloning itself for an estimated 80,000 years. Think about that. This single living entity was sprouting when Homo sapiens were first migrating out of Africa. It has survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and the rise and fall of civilizations, all by continually sending up new stems from its ancient sprawling roots. We often think of ourselves as singular beings, but the truth is you are a walking, talking ecosystem. Living inside your gut are trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microbes, collectively known as your gut microbiome. And this isn't just a passive colony, it's an active partner in your health. But here's the truly mind-bending part. These gut microbes can directly communicate with your brain via the vagus nerve, a massive information superhighway. They produce neurotransmitters like serotonin. Over 90% of your body's serotonin, the famous happiness chemical, is made in your gut, not your brain. The state of your gut can influence your mood, your stress levels, and even your food cravings.
Fact 6. We all know gravity keeps us anchored to the planet, but its effects are far more personal and immediate than you might realize. The force of gravity doesn't just pull on you as a whole, it pulls on every single part of you. And because your head is slightly farther from the Earth's center than your feet, gravity pulls on it just a tiny, tiny bit less. This means that, technically, your head is older than your feet. This isn't a joke, it's a direct consequence of Einstein's theory of general relativity. Time itself is warped by gravity and velocity. The closer you are to a massive object, the slower time passes. This effect, called gravitational time dilation, is minuscule for a human. Over a 79-year lifespan, your head is about 90 billionths of a second older than your feet.
Fact 7. Water is so commonplace, we never give it a second thought. But its most familiar behavior is one of its greatest scientific anomalies. Almost every single substance in the universe becomes denser and sinks as it changes from a liquid to a solid. But water does the opposite. Ice floats. When water freezes, its molecules form a crystalline structure that holds them farther apart than in their liquid state, making ice less dense. This seemingly simple property is the reason life on Earth exists as we know it. If ice sank, lakes and oceans would freeze from the bottom up, turning into solid blocks of ice in winter that would never fully thaw in summer. This would kill most aquatic life and radically alter our planet's climate. Fact 8. If you were to take every single piece of DNA in your body and uncoil it, connecting it end to end, how far do you think it would stretch? The answer is so astronomically large, it defies belief. Each of your trillions of cells contains about 2 meters of DNA. If you could string all of it together, the total length would be about 10 billion miles. That's enough to stretch from the Earth to Pluto and back, not just once, but several times over. The blueprint for building and operating you is so informationally dense that its physical length could traverse our entire solar system. Fact 9. Here's a fact that feels like a magic trick. Bananas are radioactive. But before you panic, hear me out. They contain a naturally occurring isotope of potassium, potassium-40, which undergoes radioactive decay. In fact, you yourself are slightly radioactive due to the same isotope in your body. The key is the dose. You would need to eat 10 million bananas in one sitting to receive a lethal dose of radiation, a physical and digestive impossibility. This fact is a perfect lesson in context and risk perception. It highlights that radiation is a natural part of our world, present in the soil, the air, our food, and our bodies. Fact 10. When you look up at the night sky, you are essentially looking back in time. The light from the stars takes years, centuries, even millennia to reach our eyes. But the most profound time capsule in the universe is a static hiss that you can't even see: the cosmic microwave background radiation. This is the leftover heat from the Big Bang, the moment of creation itself. It's the oldest light in the universe, cooled and stretched over 13.8 billion years into the microwave part of the spectrum, and it permeates every cubic centimeter of space. Your television, when tuned to a dead channel, displays snow. About 1% of that static is literally the afterglow of the Big Bang, the remnant radiation from the birth of the cosmos captured by your TV antenna. So, there you have it. 10 facts that sound fake but are anchored in the bedrock of scientific reality. From the spooky connection of quantum particles to the cosmic dust on your shoulders and the ancient forest that is a single tree, our universe is a place of endless wonder and paradox. These aren't just trivial curiosities. They're profound reminders that our everyday perception is just a tiny slice of a much larger, more mysterious, and more magnificent reality. Understanding these truths doesn't just make you smarter, it changes your perspective. It fills you with a sense of awe and curiosity, the driving forces behind all human progress. You are made of stardust, host to a universe of gut microbes, and living on a planet where ice floats and your DNA could stretch to Pluto. Embrace this weirdness. Let it spark 1,000 questions. Share these facts with a friend and watch their reality crack open too. The world is far more incredible than it seems, and now you have the keys to see it. If this journey into the bizarre and wonderful captivated you, then you know what to do. Subscribe to FactSparkWave for more mind-blowing facts and daily motivation.